Hey, I'm Mr. James from Charm City Karate. This is our technique series. We're going to do securing the storm for you today. Securing is for a right roundhouse club attack. And as you know, a club attack in Kenpo can be basically any one-handed impact weapon. So, we happen to have our favorite, the bottle. So this guy's going to swing this bottle at my head. What I'm going to do is step inside the arc of the weapon with my left foot this time. I'm going to bring up my left hand to protect my head. I'm not really going to reach out for this to try and block it. I'm going to use this to protect my head. And I'm going to punch with a vertical punch to his head, driving his head back. Now really I'd like to punch him in his nose because that's squashy, and not his chin because chins are hard. But since I'm working with a partner, I'm going to illustrate it by driving his chin back because pushing on his nose is kind of sucky for him. All right, so you're going to drive this guy back with this shot. If you want to practice this and get a feel for what it's going to, the effect it's going to give and how it's going to change the dynamics of this, punch your partner in the chest, try it out, step in, pop him a few times, full tilt. This goes flying, it's a lot of fun. Make sure you and your partner trade though. Okay? So after this block, I'm going to pivot on my left foot and drive this arm around his arm. I'm going to turn so we're both facing the same way. I should have his left elbow locked up in here nice and tight, my arm up against my body. Okay? And I'm going to throw this left uppercut punch and break his arm. You see he comes up on his tippy toes, pretty nice. All right? So let's do that part one more time. He's going to come in, I'm going to step in, pop him in his head, use this to protect my head. This comes around his arm as I pivot. Now, I want to step behind him with my right foot. Depending on where my left foot is, I might have to move it a little bit. I only need enough space to step behind him here. So I'm going to step behind him into a cat. Now I'm going to be facing back here on a 45. I'm going to take my right hand, heel palm him up under the chin. Right leg's going to buckle his, and he's going to go down. I'm going to keep track of the arm with the weapon. Boom. Down he goes. Then I'm going to take the stick and run away, or the broken bottle, or whatever it was. If you want to do the takedown without killing your partner, because he doesn't want you to heel palm him in the chin all day, you can drive your forearm into him, like right across the chest bone and below the collarbones. That gives you a pretty accurate simulation as you do the buckle. All right, so let's try that one more time. So he's going to come in with this attack, you step in and punch, wrap the arm, step behind, take down, and then you're going to take the weapon as you cover it out. All right, so when he's coming in with this, you step in and you break. When you come around this arm, it's two things. One, if your arm is too far away from your own body, you get no reaction and he can fight for this, that's bad. So this has to be tight on your body. The other thing is, if I'm up his body here up against his shoulder, it's a nothing. If I'm down here on his bicep, I'm not really going to get anything. I got to get down here on his elbow. See, now I get a reaction. Also, if you're down here by his wrist, I'm not really going to get much either, unless I get all the way down on the wrist. But if I'm way down here trying to break this thing, he can just slide his hand out of there. It's not going to work too good either. So, on the elbow. Okay? There are other techniques where you use it higher up, but then all you're doing is using this as like a lock to keep him still while you do something else. This one, you want the elbow because you can break it. Okay? Your arm close and tight to you, his elbow tight. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, come around. All right, so I'm Mr. James, this is Mr. Max. That was Securing the Storm. Practice. We'll see you in class.